Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is the office hours for June. I went back and forth a few times, and if I talked to you on a call, maybe sometime last month or earlier in the month, I may have talked about doing office hours on the discussions and announcements redesign that we're going to see here in July. Um, I was close, and then at the last minute, I think with some announcements that we're making to prepare for InstructureCon here in a couple weeks, I decided to change the topic to data and reporting, and so that's going to be our June office hours topic for today. This is being recorded. I'm going to send this out following the office hours webinar or following the call today. I'll link into the resources or the slides for the information. But I do want, hopefully, you guys are going to circulate this information around to different instructors and to your faculty, to staff. There's some really exciting news that I want to share today as part of this office hours regarding data and reporting and some new enhancements that are coming down the pipe. We're going to see those in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to give you a preview. I'm not going to let the cat fully out of the bag yet, but I am going to let the cat pop its head up just for a few minutes, and we'll get excited about that. And then again, in a couple of weeks after InstructureCon, the big news and the real big excitement will occur. And I'm sure we'll have some calls after that to follow up on all the information and what we'll reveal there at our conference. The big conference is coming. If you're not going to attend InstructureCon, you're missing out this year. I did get the approval. I'm going to be there. So I would love to meet you in person. I love in face-to-face meetings. There's so much value in it. So if you're going to be going to InstructureCon, if you have approval, if you already have plans, if you're ready to go, email me. Let me know after the office hours today. Email me at some point. Just let me know if you are going, and I'll reach out to you at some point before the conference to schedule some time. We'll meet up, even if it's briefly, just for a few moments in between sessions. I'd love to meet you face to face, to say hello, to put my face to the name. And some of my drive team will be there. So you'll see Max Spencer will be there as well. We just love to connect with you guys. So let us know if you're going to be at InstructureCon again. We would love to connect, and just email me, and I'll work out all the details from there. So let's jump into office hours, data and reporting. I'm going to take about 15 to 20 minutes here talking through some items, and then I'm going to open it up to just general Q&A for office hours. And so if you happen to pop on and you have questions about really anything at all, Canvas related, anything about Instructure, about integrations, partnerships, anything that's going on out there, just feel free to jump in and ask those questions, and we can work them out here during office hours. If not, plan on being at the next office hours. Again, use the recording as a training resource and circulate that amongst your staff. If this is helpful, in addition to the webinars that we send out for our monthly enhancements and deploy notes, we'll send that out here in the next week or so for July. There'll be some big announcements in July, so keep an eye on the roadmap, keep an eye on those release notes, because you're going to see some of the bigger enhancements and some of the bigger things that we've been anticipating here for a while now. We're going to see those roll out. So data and reporting for June. So I want to talk about the Data Hub. If you haven't found that in the Instructure community, the Data Hub is under groups. If you're just you like to geek out on data stuff, if you want to learn more about how to utilize your data strategically, the Data and Analytics group in the community, that hub, is a great place to go. Lots of resources there, lots of discussions. If you're interested in Canvas Data 2, if you've heard enough about that over the last 6 months, the best place to go to get resources and learn more is going to be your data and analytics group in the Instructure community. So I don't know if I linked this one. No, I didn't. But one big announcement that we see in a blog post in the analytics, the data and analytics group hub, but also just in the Instructure community, is coming in July 9th. This will be introduced into your instances. I don't know yet. I didn't get a confirmation yet if this is going to go right to production or if it's going to be introduced in beta first. I believe it might be a production release. Those are rare. We typically like to pull things into beta. But this is adding something that you don't already have. You do have an analytics area within Instructure, within your instance, within Canvas. And it's a little bit antiquated. It's still valuable data. It's still pulling relevant data or accurate data. It's different from the admin analytics tool that you'll also find in your help navigation. We're going to refresh that analytics tool so that archive or that older analytics tool will become the new link or the new analytics hub This is linked to the blog post that kind of has that announcement and talks more about this. This is just a screenshot from that blog post, a little bit blurry, but you kind of get the idea of what's going on there. Um, you'll see we've got just a hub space that's organizing usage data into different categories. We'll have different reports linked in there. So much more visual, which is what we're pushing for anyways, but much more visual than the canned reports that you currently have access to within account settings in your instance as an administrator at the top level. This is going to break out into usage and adoption. You'll see student success, course effectiveness, standards and proficiency, assessment results. So really a lot more tie-in and a lot more data coming from new quizzes, data access, and then AI-assisted data. This is linked into the blog post. Definitely check this out in the community. I'll drop this into the chat, or you'll have it in an email too as a follow-up for the office hours today. Notice this will go into a little bit more detail about what we're focusing on in the Analytics Hub. This is going to centralize an analytics library, so just a one-stop shop to grab data. We want to personalize the experience. So one of the exciting objectives that we're working on this year that you'll see in release notes, will continue to enhance analytics, both admin analytics and the Analytics Hub, is to personalize the experience. All of this is going to start at the account level for account admins only, and then it will eventually grow and be pushed down into the course level for instructors. And then right now it's also only at the root account level. So if you're looking for sub-account access data, if you're looking for reporting from sub-accounts being pulled up into the main instance, it's not there yet with this Analytics Hub, but that's the plan, is that eventually it will. So, keep heart, because we're looking down the line, not too far down the line, to be able to offer that service and offer that data. But that's the personalized experience. Cross-product integration, you're going to see that more and more. So if you happen to be a user of Studio, if you're a user of Catalog, if you are a Commons user, we're going to see a lot more blend and pull from data of those areas into your main Canvas hub, so into the main instance at the root account level. So you don't have to go into those areas to get usage data. You'll be able to see it kind of combined with your Canvas data, which is exciting. User-friendly interface, that's the key here. What we're doing with all of our reporting and our data analytics, moving further along with enhancements to make it a visual tool and to make it actionable, to make it something that's strategic that you can use. So we're going to talk a lot more about this too in the summer leading up into fall start. Mobile accessibility, so more for as far as the admin end to be able to see this or access into a mobile device. Analytics Hub is going to be fully responsive to all screen sizes. That's where we see most usage when it comes to mobile for instructors, is going to be more on the data end of looking at reports or being able to see something quickly. This is going to be great for that because, again, it's a great visual data tool, reporting tool that they'll have access to. That, and again, totally mobile accessible. So definitely check this out. It's going to have more information in it, future developments, and I'll be able to respond to this too as we get into July. So I definitely wanted to introduce that to everybody as part of the office hours. I want to talk about your analytics needs. I don't feel like this is addressed enough. I'm going to do a better job of this, strategically asking these questions when we have conversations, whether it's in a quarterly business review or if it's just in passing in conversation as I learn more about how Canvas is configured for you. What are your objectives? What do you want to accomplish with Canvas? And are you accomplishing that? So what are your reporting needs? Here are a couple of questions to think about that I would ask in a conversation. Again, I don't need answers today, so no pressure. I'm not going to call you like the teacher would in class. The questions I want to ask are, what do you need to see in reporting? So what's a need to have at the account level, at the course level, having conversations with your stakeholders? When you have to come back to the board, or you have to present to your boss, what are they asking for? What do they want to see? What's going to give them kind of a peace of mind that Canvas is being fully utilized to what you paid for, right? And that's my main concern. And so if there's something you feel like you're not getting that you need to have, please let me know. Email me, communicate to me, and I want to be able to help you access that data. Excuse me. Also, I want to know about what would be nice to have. So maybe you're getting that reporting that you're being asked for, and maybe the reporting that's needed is being provided by Canvas, either through the canned reports or admin analytics, or now hopefully in the future with our Analytics Hub. But what would be nice to have? What's your want or your wish list? And communicate that to me. Email me and let me know, what can I do to help you achieve your wish list? So they're nice to have. And then a couple other questions. Are you currently using admin analytics? If you're not, why not? It's free. Is there a reason, or the reason maybe you're not using admin analytics, is it because maybe you're not familiar or comfortable, you're not quite sure how to use it, or what would you use the data for? So strategically, let's have some of those conversations of what's being provided there and what does it mean for me? What does it give me? What does it help me with my job, my day-to-day, my workflow? Also, do you use the provided admin reporting? So, what I would call some of the older canned reports that are available in settings. Those are nice because they spit out CSV files. It's going to be raw data. The canned reports are already built. So, you're just going in and you're saying, hey, I need this, and you pull it, and then you access the data. Do you use those still? Many groups no longer have to use those because they're getting that information from admin analytics. But if there's still something coming out of that you're using those canned reports for, please let me know because I want to know the value of those reports for you. All right. More reporting services. So I wanted to explain kind of some of the reporting, the data and analytics. I don't think we get enough into the weeds on this because I think if you're not a data person, if you don't deal with data day to day, you're reporting, then you're probably going to somebody else. Maybe it's an IT group. Maybe it's somebody that works in Canvas that's their job is just to work with reporting. But I think it's good to know all around, especially if you're a Canvas user or an administrator that, maybe you're working with instructors. So this is just some baseline, basic terminology that you'll hear on data services side. So for those of you that work with data, my apologies, you're probably already familiar with this, but I'm really focused on those that don't. And so I want to talk about what's API. You hear us talk about API services all the time. Well, Canvas API services are free to use. They're available. What API is application programming interface services. API is really the plugin to get the data out of Canvas. So remember, Canvas, as it collects data, it's not a student information system. It's not designed to hold that particular data or kind of all of your data. It's only using that engagement data that we use for your courses, your online courses, hybrid courses, and so on, your enrollments. And so whatever Canvas collects, you have access to through the API, meaning you can say, hey, Canvas, I need these data points that I know you collected. I need them back. I need to be able to see them. Now, when you do that, there's a couple different ways built into Canvas that you can do this. The easiest ways are the canned reports that we talk about in your admin settings, your account settings. You also have admin analytics, and then very soon in the future, here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have the analytics hub. So those are some of the built-in easy ways that you're using your free services. Those are just some tools you can use to pull data, mine data from the free API service. If you don't know how to do that, maybe you don't have the resources at your institution, you don't have an IT team that's readily available. Maybe they're working in your SIS system. They don't have time to deal with Canvas stuff. You're on the bottom of the list. We also have different services that can help. Now, those services are going to cost. Those are going to be a premium because you're now paying for time, hands to keyboard work, either somebody else to teach you how to pull the data yourself, or you're asking for us to pull the data for you, which we can do. Canvas Data Services, which we're sunsetting, has now become Canvas Data 2. So when you hear us talk about Canvas Data 2 services, those are free. Again, that's our API service. But in order to use it, because all the API service will provide is a raw data file, it's going to provide a file full of data. Now, in order to get the data you're looking for, you have to kind of query for that or mine for it. You have to tell Canvas using different API calls. If you don't know how to use API calls, or you don't know how to use the data access portal, which is the DAP that's included with Canvas Data 2, then we have strategic services. We have consultants that can help teach you how to do that. We also have consultants that will help you build those reports. If you just don't have the resources or the time to learn yourself, maybe that's not your priority or your responsibility, we can do the hands to keyboard work. Our custom development team will really build any type of report you need using the same API services that you have access to. So if they're building something custom, maybe it's a custom dashboard, maybe it's some kind of a custom report that's recurring. You need it pulled on a monthly basis because you're reporting back to your superiors. Custom development can do that. We just need to know what you need. Kind of those questions I asked before. We build the report. You, of course, would pay for that report based on the frequency, how often you need it, but we can do all of that. So it's always going to be an option, but the API services themselves are free. It's just, what do you want to do with it? What can you do with it? Do you have the resources to deal with it? And if you don't, then let us know. We can help. Those are your options you see there on the bottom of the slide. All right, here's the exciting news. I'm super excited about this because I'm a data geek. Went the wrong way. Here is the big announcement. Introducing on July 9th, that's the first day of InstructureCon, This is exciting. You can see it on the screen there. I have to cough. My voice is going. I'm so excited. I hope you didn't hear that. I think I muted it. Intelligent Insights. This is a new product from Instructure. Intelligent Insights is going to be AI powered data analytics. This is what we've been talking about, previewing for months and months since last InstructureCon. Artificial intelligence powered data analytics. Now, all of this I'm going to say is premium. Okay, that means this was a paid for service. Now, some of these things you'll see incorporated in, like the Analytics Hub, will be built in and integrated into Canvas. That's going to be free. That's just part of the improvements we're making to data and analytics. I know that I said that I wouldn't use office hours to sell things because I'm not focused on sales, but this is really exciting. And so I am going to kind of make this salesy for a second. And I am going to offer Intelligent Insights is a premium step up product. Okay. But if you're not sure if you need it, or if you're like, we don't have the money, we don't have the budget for it, I would still encourage you to weigh this, to evaluate it, to have it demoed for you. I'm excited to see it demoed because within this is all kinds of fantastic reporting that you may already be asking for, paying for, somehow getting someplace else. But if we can get it through Canvas, maybe it's a better option. The integration is fantastic. The AI is just it's mind blowing. We're gonna have some components in there like Ask Your Data. Ask Your Data is a way to build a custom query to mine data. So instead of having to write API calls or a custom script to get this report that you need, the AI tool is going to do it for you. The assistant's going to be like using common language. I can say, hey, I want to see a report on gradebook in this particular course, but I want to focus on this particular student group. The AI assistant will be able to pull that data for you and return it in a report just like that, just as a quick query. Course readiness, students in need of attention. So students that are at risk, how do you define that? What does that look like for your institution? What is a course ready checklist? What does it mean to be ready, have a course ready in your instance and be published? All of this, these can all be customized. The biggest one for me is the LTI usage. I've been waiting for this for so long. And there's been so many questions about this for so long. And I'm here to tell you, LTI usage is going to be part of Intelligent Insights, and it's going to be very robust. There's a lot of detail in it. If you want to see what LTIs are being used, how they're being used, how they're being utilized, which is going to be great for an audit, because if you're trying to cut things out, if you're trying to save money in different areas, LTIs are going to be one area that you might be using or paying for something that you're really not fully utilizing. One, so you need to utilize it, or two, you need to cut it away if you're not using it, but you're paying for it, right? It's like my cable subscription or my Netflix or Hulu. I don't use all of them. Why am I paying for all of them, right? So it's good to do an audit every once in a while. This report will help you do that audit. That's my sales pitch for this, but I'm really excited about it. So Intelligent Insights, we're going to talk a lot about this in July. It's going to come back up. So again, I'm not salesy, so I'm not tied into the pricing. If you want to know more, we can get Max involved, and I would definitely have a demo done of Intelligent Insights. All I know about this particular offering is for the first 2 quarters, so introduced in InstructureCon, quarter 3, quarter 4 to the end of the year, we're going to have it's going to be heavily discounted because we're looking for first adopters. We're looking for early adopters, first users to get more feedback on it. And so early adopters for this, especially third quarter, I believe there's a huge price cut. And then it goes up a little bit for fourth quarter, and then next year will be regular pricing. It's a 1-year deal only. So next year, if you renew it, then it's going to go back to normal pricing. So this is a heck of an opportunity, which is why I want to throw it out there. But also, I'm strategically interested in the data. And I want some of my schools using it because I definitely want to watch it in action, and I want to help strategize around what we can do with some of this new reporting. So let me know if you're interested. Again, I know I said I'd never sell, but let me know. I'll hook you up with Max. We'll get a demo going. And I'd love to see it. Or at least it gives you an opportunity to kind of evaluate what this new offering is going to bring. So let's go into, that's it. That's all I had. That's my data. Again, there's not much to the slides. I'll send it to you. It does link out to the blog post, but I'm about at 20 minutes. So that's about where I wanted it to be for today's our webinar office hours. And so I'll open it up to others if anyone has any questions. And I'm going to record this, or again, I'm going to cut the recording on this and send it out here soon. And I'll try to mark and do exciting spots, and I'll include some of the information about Intelligent Insights. So if you are interested in More information or a demo, those are free. Again, there's no commitment with a demo. You can do as many times as you want with any product, and I would totally take advantage of it because they're constantly changing. We're always enhancing. So, but with this one, it's going to be brand new, and so early adopters is very limited. We haven't even announced it yet, so you'll hear about it big time in InstructureCon, amongst other things. There's going to be other big announcements in InstructureCon. This is just one of them. But I would definitely get into this one early. If you think there's anything at all, if there's any chance at budget for this, this is where I would put my budget is in the reporting. There's no bigger bang for your buck on the back end with stakeholders and leadership and executives at your institution than being able to show them quickly real-time data of what's happening in Canvas. How effective is it? What's our adoption look like of different components? What's our usage look like? Are our instructors using it? If they're not, how can we get them to use it more? Same for the students. This is what they're looking for, right? And so when you talk about return on investment, data has the highest return on investment. It just does. You'll pay a lot more money for other consulting firms, other third parties, other reporting tools to do this type of work, to provide this type of data. So this is the best opportunity. If there's a way to wiggle budget to get money back, return on investment, this would be the one that I would definitely look at. This is the one I'm most excited about. I've been waiting for this for a long time because data is so vitally important for what we do. So that's all I got. I can't wait to see it in InstructureCon. It's in like 2 weeks. It's in Vegas. I'm already tired thinking about it. My birthday's today. During our Iowa office hours, like today's my birthday, June 20th, and I turned 44, and I'm so tired. As Vegas, I'm already tired, but it's gonna be exciting and fun. I'm tired. I'm gonna be that old guy Vegas guy. Where like I'm gonna sit at the sports book with just with a drink, just watching TV, watching the news. So I'm excited to be there, though. See you guys there. It'll be awesome. So let me know. Email me if you're going to be there. And thank you for attending to the office hours today. Always a pleasure. Happy to be your customer success manager, and I'm looking forward to continue to work with you in the future. So thanks, guys.